lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series. And we are back in our Lazuli Tribe, where our beautiful creatures are kind of eking out an existence on this tiny island, and they're doing actually fairly well. They're they're older, their parents ended up passing away, and they have taken over, and they've done a fairly good job. Winona has decided to become this small queen of the inner island. She has found her place among the grasses, which I think is kind of great, and she and her mate Topaz have kind of made a little bit of place for themselves with Topaz's sister Plantain. That's what we're naming her, and we're saying she's his sister just because they have similar genes and they have similar coloring. And we have Breeze and Zuri have made their small little family over here close to the edge of the island where their family originally started their nesting grounds. And Zuri has done what her mother has done and had a lot of babies stuck to the same place, but she has her new mate Breeze is from the original creatures who used to live on this island, and so he brings with him some very interesting genes, gills, water body, webbed hind legs, that we're hoping will kind of show up in her children. They may not, but they may, and if they do, if they do show up, we'll always end up having them somewhere in the back end of our genes, which is really great. And Seer is still here watching after his berry bushes, and unfortunately, Winona, in a last-ditch effort to pick up some genes from a wanderer who decided to try and steal Seer's berries, Winona came back to the tribe just to check on her family, ended up having 2 babies, Rotha and Coral, and she has left them with her sisters. And Ime did not actually anticipate having any children really soon, but apparently she is now looking after little Rotha, which I think she recognizes that her sister can kind of be eccentric, so I think she's okay with looking after the baby for right now. And we're just going to continue where we left off, you guys. We've been having a lot of fun with this tribe. I'm actually very much enjoying them. We have Thorn, who is the prickly little sister, who is the last baby born to their mother, who has kind of stayed very quiet for right now, but she may end up becoming a very interesting personality later in her life. And then we have all of the babies that Winona has had, which is only one technically. Coral and Rotha are still very young, but Tide is old enough that he's exploring on his own now. He has been touched by our goddess Lapis, that's what we're calling her. She is the goddess of the ocean and adventure, and she has given our creatures blue eyes to signify their need to adventure into the wilderness and find new areas. And so we're going to be following Tide and some of his other siblings, hopefully, if Winona and Topaz have some more blue-eyed babies, off to the next island, maybe this one over here. There's a small inlet here where they might be able to jump over and get to this island. Hopefully that'll happen, but we never know. So that was a lot of talking. So I'm just gonna finish out the day. We're gonna have everybody just try and pick up as much food as possible. We're gonna have Breeze try and pick up so much food. We're gonna get Plantain, which I think definitely fits her for a name, is going to come over here and pick up these roots that are just kind of around this area. There are a ton actually all around here, and so we're going to send her around to pick up the roots because she has digging paw, and I don't particularly know if we're going to get anybody to mate with her. We might have Yato have like a small fling with her maybe, just so that we can get that digging paw, but not particularly sure. But right now he's still very interested in his adventuring. We don't really have too many bunnies running around. We also don't have many creatures with claw or any form of strength really, so that's not really necessary. They're just going to clear out areas around here so that they can make sure that the tribe and the babies that Winona ends up having stay safe. And I think that's everyone. So we're just going to keep the day moving. Yes, we've gotten some more rain, and oh no, Seer! Seer, what have you done? Seer, why? Why does everyone come after you, Seer? Like, why? I can see it on his face. He's like, why does everyone decide to show up at my place near my berry bush? Why? Why did you do this? It's just great. Oh my gosh, poor Seer. So there's a Berryina. It doesn't have a baby, so we don't have a baby Berryina, so we don't have any way to get Claw or anything along those lines. But we have a Berryina. And it has about 14 days left, so that means we need at least 14 strength to take it down. And each creature can do about 3 strength overall. That means we'd need at least 4 creatures to take it out. We'll have to get Thorn to come around here and do a whack. We'll get Seer to whack at it 3 times. So there we have 10 days left. Zuri, I don't know if Zuri's gonna want to come over. Reed will. And then we only have so much space. So we only have these 3 who are going to be able to take it out. Thankfully, Reed and Thorn are still fairly young. Seer is not. So I'm not sure if he's going to last. Oh, goodness. And Zuri just had a baby, Messy, and she has those blue eyes. And goodness, that's kind of great. So it looks like Messy is going to follow in Zuri's sister's footsteps and follow off into the deep grasses to see if she can find adventure. Messy, oh my gosh, you're so cute. She does not have any of the traits that we actually kind of want. She didn't get the water body, but she does have webbed hind legs, which we might need later. Let's see. We're gonna get Zuri, and Breeze has 1 more day. I think Zuri's just gonna stay here for right now. I don't think she's gonna want to get pregnant while there's a creature looming after her family. And we're gonna get Breeze to knock down some more nuts. Coral and Ripple are actually cousins, but they think they're gonna have grown up as sisters. They look super identical except for the fact that there's slight change in coloring, which is adorable. We're gonna leave Rota in the nest, and he's just going to grow up right next to Ime, and I think Ime is gonna pretty much adopt him because his mother, Winona, is very eccentric, and she decides what she does and she decides where she goes. And so she decided to have another blue-eyed baby. Yes. So we have Vonku, who is adorable. Oh my gosh. And Winona is going to get pregnant again. And she's going to have another baby with Topaz, who is our beautiful yellow colored nicheling, he has a pattern, which I'm kind of surprised it's not showing up, but I kind of want it to. I don't think we added anything else for him, so we might end up adding, he has 2 days left, so the next turn we might end up adding, we added his mask, so hopefully one of his babies will get his mask. We have Tide over here. There's a bunny over there somewhere. And Plantain, I think, will be drawn in by the bunnies. But we're still going to have to get her to go get all of those roots. Kai is over here picking up berries. So is Yato. And I think they're getting really close to the edge. And they're kind of expanding the territory, but I think keeping this line of grass right here, even though it does leave it in the dark, which means we could possibly get some really crazy creatures show up like this Berryina, I think keeping this grass here is kind of secluding them, so they have like their own little colony in here. So it kind of sets it up as like the east side versus the west side, the cousins on the other side of the island who have very strange ways and who are a little bit eccentric and always want to explore, and then we have our nice homely creatures with very interesting with just basic coloring, and we all look similar and we're all fine and there's nothing wrong. And I like the idea of having a very like normal quote side of a tribe and the very eccentric, adventurous, bright colored creatures like that Winona is having. It's kind of great. So we're going to skip the day. No, Thorn. I think we're gonna toss her over there, and let's see if we can get. Nope, he has 1 day left. There we go. Messy is beautiful, and she's gonna be another adventurer. And we're gonna get Zuri to come down here and pick up this food and jump back into her nest. But yep, they got rid of the Barina, and I think Thorn is going to be very, very proud of herself. Seer is just going to be happy he can have his berry bush back. So Thorn and Reed are actually going to probably get. Thorn's definitely going to get a big head over the fact that she helped take down a Barina and she got battle scars from it and everything. Let's see. There we go. And we got Willow, who's going to help pick up this food. And does she have the ability to crack things? She does. She has nimble fingers. I didn't even realize that. Yay, Willow has nimble fingers. That is a great thing to have. Ripple and Coral are both going to work on this berry bush. And Breeze is going to be showing the young ones about cracking nuts. Ime is probably telling Rota stories about his mother, and he's probably interested to see what's past the wall of grass, but I don't think she's gonna let him go. I'm not sure if he's gonna actually go off and actually oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Oh wow, he looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Get out of the way, Tide. I want to see your brother. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. He can't do anything. Oh gosh. Plantain, get it. Dang it. Oh wow. Winona, why do you have such pretty babies? Duke. Oh wow, that's cool. Did we name the other baby? We didn't rename Messy, but I am also very fine with her name. So we can keep Messy as being her name. But we didn't name Vonku, and we didn't name the new one. So we need to name these two. I don't think I have any other yellow names. Let's think. What other thing is yellow? We have Topaz. We could probably name this one Jasper. I'm also kind of fine with that. He could be Jasper. Because Jasper is kind of like a weirdish orange color. I like that one. So he's Jasper. So what are you? Duke. I love your shoulders. You have such a weird pattern on your ears too. Let's name him something interesting. I can't think of anything. Ooh, let's name him Zephyr, which apparently means victorious according to our list. And he has beautiful blue eyes, so he's going to be one of our adventurers too. So Zephyr. So we have Jasper and Zephyr. So Jasper is going to move this way. We're going to get Winona back in the nest. And you better have another baby with her, Topaz. I'm going to be so upset if you don't. There we go. Because they are having they are tossing some great babies. I'm actually super happy about that. And Yato is getting closer and closer to the edges of the territory. I think I think they're continuously expanding their territory, whereas these guys aren't necessarily doing that. They're kind of staying to the edges so that they can see, and so they're within eyesight of the family nesting grounds, which is actually really cool. Like, you can see everything from here, but you can't see anything past it. So I think Ime is going to actually start coming back this way now that she recognizes that they probably are too far away from the family nesting grounds. Whether or not Rota goes with her is completely different. Jasper is gone. Jasper's gone, and he had a girl finally, and she's just blue eyes, and oh my gosh, guys. Give me a second. Oh gosh. It's just I never understand how like amazing this game is. They had a beautiful blue-eyed baby who earns the name Storm. She is a storm. She is beautiful. She has ram horns. She has 2 attack. She can collect. She's beautiful. And she has that amazing pattern. And she has blue eyes. She is Storm. And Storm is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. I can tell. Winona, you have had some amazing babies. We're gonna just have her sit here and enjoy her offspring. I think, oh my gosh, Storm, you are like, she's beautiful. Oh, I want so many pictures of her and so much stuff. I want so much stuff. Oh goodness, Storm is great. So I'm appreciating Storm right now, guys. So right now, the thing that we want right now the most is to have some great pictures of Storm. Like this picture of Storm is necessary for life. Yeah, this is what we need. But this is not where we're gonna end. This is kind of great. We've had so many things happen, and this is only the 3rd generation. And so now we have Thorn and Reed and everyone who has helped to take down a Barina. So I think they're gonna get interested in feeling like this island is going. I definitely think the 3rd generation, Reed and Thorn aren't necessarily the 3rd generation, but Thorn is actually probably going to recognize how limited her life is because of the fact that she almost died trying to save her sister and her sister's family from a predator. And Willow is going to be picking up the nuts like her father told her to. Rami. Let's see. The girls are fine. I definitely think we're gonna start having some of our creatures start moving. They're getting closer and closer, and I think Ime is gonna start telling Rota that they need to go back, which I don't think he's gonna be actually happy about. And Seer with his little berry bush is perfectly happy to stay exactly where he was. Old man Seer is getting up there. He has 6 days left. Winona has 2 days left. And she has beautiful children that she's extremely proud of. And we're going to get Jasper to come over here. And we have another nest for Plantain. And I don't know if Plantain's going to have a baby or not. I kind of want her to because we really want that digging paw to show up at some point. And it looks like Kai's right on top of a bunch of roots. But Yato is just cutting some paths through the grass right next to this area. Hopefully we might end up sending Willow this way. She does have nimble fingers, so she might end up finding a nice place underneath this tree to settle down. Not sure right now. Winona has 1 day left, 2 days left, so she might just stick near her babies. Oops. Well, Jasper's near Zafir, so they should be fine. And that's Winona. Yeah, I think everything's fine. I'm not seeing anything to worry about. Roduknu looks fine. He is that gill's inactive. Well, Breeze, we're gonna have you have one more baby with Zuri because it's your last day. But as it is your last day, we must honor you. Oh, poor Breeze. I can't believe he's only been around for such a short time. And then we have Willow, who's definitely taking up her father's place, picking up all of those nuts. Reed. Let's see. Thorn, I think, is going to start becoming more of an adventurer because of how much she's worked to make sure that the family's safe. I don't think she'd be content to stay here anymore now that she recognizes how limited her life here is actually is. There we go. Get it, Ime, get it. Let's see. Ripple. I think she's gonna come over here and start working on these digging spots. Hopefully we'll be able to get some form of digging paw. Messy is going to start going off into the grasses. And she's probably gonna meet up with the rest of Winona's children. Oh, Storm, you're beautiful. I'm going to continue to tell you that, you beautiful girl. You are beautiful. Okay, and then we get Kai. Let's see, Kai can be here. Let's see. Plantain, I don't want you to get anyone sick. But she does have that digging paw. She has 3 days left. I don't know, maybe I don't see, she's probably gonna die next turn because she has 3 days left, but she's also sick. And I don't know, and I know that sickness takes out a good chunk of of a creature's lifespan. I'm just not sure how much. That's not something I have off the top of my head. The only thing I don't like that Jasper has is that crippled paw. I really wish he didn't have crippled paw. I wish he had something else. Winona. I don't think there's anything else we can show here. Let's see. Now the next question. Yep, and Winona is gone. Winona's gone. She has left her family in the hands of her brother and all of her babies in the hands of her brother and Tide, actually, who is currently the oldest of her children. But all of the young ones are probably going to follow them around as they decide what to do, because Winona was, even though she was kind of eccentric, she also gave the family some form of direction. But it looks like Yato has finally broken through to the other side. He's gone from one end of the island to the other. He has finally made it, and I think he'd be very happy. But I think he'd also be sad that his sister didn't actually get to see it, because they also dreamed of this point together, being able to reach the other end of the island they call home. So she's still alive. So it looks like sickness only gets rid of 1 day, which is fine. Kai, what I think needs to happen is Kai needs to, let's see, where is that? Okay, so this is here. So Kai can come over here and have a baby with her, but she has spot, she has mask. Is there anything that we don't want? The crippled paw is one thing, but we want to make sure she has good eyes. And Kai is good too, so I'm just going to see what happens and then toss him back over this way, because she is currently pregnant. She's currently on a nest. She's only has 1 day left, so she's not going to be able to survive long enough to see the baby, but she's going to be able to survive long enough to have the baby. And Jasper is going to follow his uncle along with Zephyr. Oh my gosh, that's just so cute. So everyone has finally gotten to the edge of the island, and I think Messy is also left behind, but I think Thorn is gonna go with her. Even though Thorn isn't one of our adventuring creatures, I think Thorn recognizes that she can't stay there anymore. Rami, I don't think has any of those feelings. Willow is gonna stay here because of the tree. And Zuri, I think, is done having babies. She did have one more baby, Lareko, who is pretty, and Ruduknu we still have to name. So we're gonna name these guys and see what happens with this tribe, because it looks like Rota will never get to actually meet his mother. I think Ime's going to tell him to go forward. And so he's going to follow Thorn. So with Messy, Coral, and where did her sister in crime go? Ripple. There's Ripple. So Ripple is over here just working on the digging. We already have enough food. We have 20 creatures, so we're not really having any more babies aside from Plantain, but that will even out. So we're actually at a really good size for creatures. But then who else is there? Reed's over here. And Zuri, I think we'll think she did actually a fairly good job taking care of her family. But we're gonna name these two. So Lareko, who is just like a basic brown color. Let's go with Lila, because I like it. It's pretty. Lila. And the other baby, Zuri, who else did you have? Rami Roduknu. So you, sir, he's like a pretty white mane. That's kind of pretty. Let's go with Wave. I like him. I like Wave is a good one. Wave, because of like the white color of his mane. I think it's like the crest of a wave. I think that sounds pretty. So we have Wave and Lila, who are the youngest in the tribe, and currently the last babies we're gonna have for a second, especially until, well, Plantain's baby is gonna be the last one we have, but there we go. Thank you, Ime. So Ime has opened up a path for our creatures to travel through to get to the inner circle of where Winona's side of the tribe, I suppose, was having their babies and living out their lives. And I think they would have just kind of stumbled upon like the bones and the old nest and recognized that the creatures have kind of moved on and everyone's moved to this side of the island. So Zephyr, Storm, Yato, Jasper, Tide, and Kai are all here staring off into the distance, ready and willing to go to the next island where they'll be able to kind of start another section of their lives. Hopefully we'll be able to jump to multiple different islands. Maybe we'll be able to jump to this one more easily because there's not such a wide distance to get across. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But Seer, old man Seer over here, is very content to stick near his berry bush. Doesn't understand why everyone decides to keep leaving, but he's perfectly fine to stay near the berry bush that he's protected from crazy rogue creatures and Barina and like annoying sisters. He has been there the entire time, and I like Seer. Seer is one of those creatures that you get so attached to, even though they're not extremely remarkable. He like doesn't have any like crazy markings or anything like that. He is just an interesting character. I love Seer. And we have our, like, I love how plain and like simple all of these creatures are, but they have such interesting personalities. And like how this side of the family is is really plain and basic brown colors, and then we have this side of the family with all of its patterns and its horns and like its paler colors. And I think this is gonna be really fun. Okay, so I'm trying to decide what to do with our next bit. Let's see what Plantain's baby is gonna look like. Plantain, you had a banana. Oh my gosh, Plantain, why did you have a banana? She had a banana baby with blue eyes. Oh my gosh. So apparently Lapis decided to smile down upon Plantain and grant her baby blue eyes and a traveler's spirit. So Kai is going to find his baby, who looks so much like him, actually, without the horns and stuff. Oh my gosh, I don't know what else to call him. So Kunuta, what are we gonna name you? Oh my goodness. Guys, definitely give me some more names that are like bright colored names, because that's gonna be really cool. Let's name him, I'm trying to think of another gem name, because that would actually be really fun. It's not Jasper. Jasper was our other one, our other yellow creature. Let's go with Asphor. Just because Asper? No, Asphor. Asphor works. Asphor means, according to our list, means bird, which I think definitely fits. He looks like a little yellow bird, but he, like, in my head he's always gonna be a banana. But he looks amazing. We have a new set of creatures. Our babies are going to be, our beautiful blue-eyed babies are going to be looking across to the next island and waiting to see if they can travel, if they can make it, if they need to wait until they're a little bit older because they might drown. Oh my gosh. But we'll definitely see what happens, because this side of the family has not decided whether or not they're going to move. Their mother, or the current matriarch of the family, is not necessarily one for leaving, but a lot of her babies have decided that they don't want to stay here anymore, even if they aren't as adventurous as their cousins. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments. If you have any attachment to any of Winona's babies, please let me know, because I love all of them. Like, I think Storm is my favorite, but I'm still kind of partial to Asphor because he was Plantain's only baby, one and only baby, and he looks so much like all of Winona's children. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!